11A surface, very nice, stock well. Glen wrote obituary. A on 3/16/14 Sunday. About Milton Bradley contract. Ecstasy. Outside. Noon. Temperature 20 degrees. But no cold. What? No coat. No coat. Don't tell me you're a fool, you talking? You want yeast on them, or you want them smaller, or? Alright, I'll do both of those things. Oh, you gotta get a napkin for that. There you go. Let's go turn down the heat. Okay, yeah, let's do that. I said I'd do 5 things. Get dressed, go to the bathroom, record, telephone, no, do the joy book, and then telephone. It's spring. You can see it. You can see it as you drive down the road that it's spring. Yes, it's spring. Marion got my groceries by delivery. It's ShopRite. Very good. $14 lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, and raisins. Noontime. Blessings. Marion about going to Albany. can't see signs. She can't hear well. And she doesn't remember. Glenn can't see the signs. Decision. Order ticket over phone. M. Pat. Or Richard will pick it up. 12:15 p.m. Okay, 12:25. No Methodist. 12:35. No, 12:25. No Methodist. 12:30. New Hope. Ginny. Vegetarian food. Maria. Woods. Lily. Marion. No. To plate of food. Three. 16. 14. Sunday. 1 p.m. 2 Toms. Allen Field. Diana. Diane. Bing. Van Campens. Glenn. Orange juice. Glenn. Marion's French fries. $2. $14. ShopRite groceries. Now, want me to make that smaller, sweetie, and put more yeast on it? Why, sure. I'll do that for you. He is God. He is God. He has shown us by his gifts that he is God. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that our God, he is God. our God. He is God. p.m. Feed animals. Bathroom. Dress clothes off. .com. Sit at desk. Sleep. Peanut butter and crackers and water. What you got for your thoughts? He is love, He is love. He has shown us by His gifts that He is love. All His people sing with one voice of joy that our God, He is love. Oh Jesus, I have promised to serve Thee to the end. Be Thou forever with me, my Master and my friend. I shall not fear the battle, as Thou art by my side, nor wander from the pathway, if Thou wilt be my guide. You want more? Okie dokie, whatever you say, .com. Let me cut these up for you, put more yeast on them, keep you in the shade. Spring folks, you ride along the road and you can see, it looks like spring, looks like spring, and it isn't due until next Sunday. Oh Jesus, I have promised, serve Thee to the end. Be Thou for never near me, my Master and my friend. I shall not fear the battle, if Thou art by my side, nor wander from the pathway, if Thou wilt be my guide. Okay, we're up to 3 p.m. Just a closer walk with Thee, granted Jesus, if you please. Daily walking close to Thee, let it be, dear Lord, let it be. I am weak, but Thou art strong. Jesus, keep me from all wrong. I'll be satisfied as long as I walk. Let me walk with Thee. Oh Master, let me walk with Thee. In dearer, closer company. In button-down blouse, pants, sweater. That was 1, 2, bathroom, 3, record, 4, joy book, 5, feed Dot again. 325. Now what? In calls. Okay. I'll do 5 things. 6 in calls. The obituary is done. I'm telling you about Milton Bradley and that great gift God made. Oh, what a gift from God. What's next? Turn on the phone. Oh, yes, it is. Please enter your password, then press pound. Oh, yes, it is, baby. You have no new messages in your mailbox. To send the message, press 2. To personal options. To turn message waiting indicator on or off, press 1. To change administrative options, press 2. To record greetings, press 3. Greetings. To change your personal greeting, press 4. To select a standard greeting, your greeting has been recorded as hi there everybody, it's Glendora. The company says that every piece of equipment in the office is insured. Every piece is in, but it says a clock, and the employees keep a watch on that. At the tone, record your greeting. At the end of your greeting, press pound. The doctor said to the patient, take one of these pills every day, walk a mile a day, and at the end of the month, call me. At the end of the month, the patient called and says, Doc, what do I do now? I'm out of pills and 30 miles from home. If you are satisfied with your greeting has been recorded as the doctor said to the patient, take one of these pills every day, walk a mile a day, and at the end of the month, call me. At the end. Okay, how many calls is that? Hi, sweetie. Oh, I'm tired. Okay. In calls. We're up to 38,085 calls since 2003. Okay. Box calls. Are you a box call? Yep. There's no box calls in here. Oh, goody. Are you a box call? Yep. There's no box calls in here. Okay, are you the Sunday calls? Why don't you rest on Sunday the way God did? Well, I used to do that. I used to do that. Hours upon hours and hours a whole day, and I didn't like it. It just was unpleasant. It just seemed so useless and so empty. We have a bluesky.com. Okay, here we are on the Sunday calls. I heard somebody in church today pray for Scott Clements, and I'm so happy about that. We had a good service today. As always, the service is good. The hymns were excellent, and the message was excellent. And the choir was well attended, and we had people visiting Stockwell was their name, and they're from East Greenbush. They were riding around town. They went to our church. Alan Field was there, Pat Panasiak, the Moonies, and then afterwards Marion picked me up and took me to the Methodist church, but by 12:35 the place was locked up. And she took me to the New Hope for Life Church behind the post office, the born-again church, and they were having a lovely lunch. They always have a good lunch. And then we went over to Tom's and we met the Van Campens and Diane Bingham and Alan Field. And we sat with them. And your name came up again, Scott. Can't remember in connection to what. Okay. And let's see, I'll give you a joke. The two women were talking, and one of them said, well, did the doctor give you a clean bill of health? And she says, oh no, he won't do that until my check clears. Charlotte, see how she's doing. Tell her a joke. Charlotte.
Yes, this is Charlotte.
This is Glendora.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I called to see how Charlotte is.
Oh, Charlotte's doing okay.
Oh, that's good news, Charlotte. I talked to Beth a couple of days ago.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that was nice. Has she gone to Vermont?
No, she leaves Tuesday.
Uh-huh. She's nice to do that.
Yep.
They will appreciate it a lot. These two women were talking, and one says, did the doctor give you a clean bill of health? And she said, no, he won't do that until my check clears. Oh, and the doctor said to a patient, you take one of these pills every day, and you walk a mile every day. And at the end of the month, you call me. So at the end of the month, the patient called and said, what do I do now, doc? I'm out of pills and 30 miles from home. I suppose people are dumb enough to do that.
Hi, you reached Cecily Eddy, Associate Director of Partnerships for Berks Community Media Programs. I am out of the office until Tuesday, January 21st, so you can leave a message for me and I will return your call as soon as I return. If you need immediate assistance, please reach out to Rose Crichton at 718-683-5594. Enjoy your day.
Lee, will you call yourself up and hear that ridiculous message? You're out of the office until January 31st? What's that, January 31st, 2015? This is almost March 31st. A woman called and said that Glendora was nominated for an award. Would you please call and tell me what that is all about? 518-610-5810. A woman was talking to a friend and she said, did your doctor give you a clean bill of health? And her friend says, no, he won't do that until my check clears. You know anybody who's made it with God? Barnwell. I want Pat to take me to Barnwell. That's it. That's it. That's all of the telephoning. All of it. He is love. He is love. He has shown us by his life that he is love. All his people sing with one voice of joy that Jesus Christ is love. He is life. He is life. He has shown us by his gifts that he is life. $38,090 calls. This happened to be the 16th of March, a Sunday. And it happens to be 3:55 p.m. Done telephone. $38,090. Tell the to-do list that God left with you. feed the animals. St. Mary's, Nassau Reformed Methodist, New Hope, to Albany, Greyhound ticket. Telephone, bathroom, dress clothes off, .com, telephone, record, details, obituary, done. Fast until noon, salad, no. Apple, yes. Hot cereal, no. Peanut butter and crackers, yes. And water, yes. Okay. Is that all? Apparently. Just go feed the animal and you can lie down and sleep and then think about it. Okay. Feed animals again. Lie down and think about it. Count pure thoughts. Where are you, Dot? In the sun. You're still in the sun. It's too hot for me, Dot. Okay. Charge the phone. Turn off the recorder. Go feed the animals and lie down. Apple. If you can do something 3 days in a row, you got a opportunity, probability of making it a habit. And 3 days in a row isn't really hard to do, is it? And then when it's a habit, life is so much easier. 12 degrees this morning, cold, fingers hurt. 1993, started up and ran for 20 minutes or 10 minutes and moved it. And the last time it was started was Friday. This is Monday. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's not bad. The next time it starts is next Friday. And that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And how are you? 100%, aren't you? Because you have this great universe with the moon and the sun, and this is the last week of winter. This is March 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Green, green, green. And you're born, and you're alive, and you're healthy. And you have food, and you have clothing, and you have a home. And you have freedom and independence. You can take care of yourself. You don't have to have anybody take care of you. No catastrophes. No hurricanes, no blizzards. No tornadoes. No floods. There's my neighbor Eric bringing his darling 1-year-old boy home to take care of all day because he's laid off. He has a seasonal job, but he'll be starting going back to work next week. He's laid off November to March. And he just took Naomi to school, to kindergarten. And the frigid temperature makes the nose run. I love you, God. He is God, He is God. He has shown us by His love that He is God. Every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that our God, He is God. He is love, He is love. All His people sing with one voice of joy that our God, He is love. He is joy, He is joy. Every heart shall feel, every mind shall know that our God, He is joy. You've had 5 breakfasts, honey, and that's enough. I think it's time for your morning nap. You healthy little kitty, and you vegetarian. Oh yeah, and you 9 years old. I don't see any box calls. So we shall move on to the Monday calls. Frank Burns. Thank you, Frank Burns. The obituary. Yes, we're up to the beautiful day that Milton Bradley, games, toys, color crayons, paint boxes, sponsored a chat with Glendora on WVZ-TV, Channel 4 Boston, the nation's 6th largest market, in 1955, 54, 55. Yeah. Yes. That whole year. I don't remember any contract being signed. We just did it on word of mouth. And we all did our best to make it a success. Let's see.com. What do you want? You've eaten 5 times. Did you drink your water? Yeah, you drank your spring water. We don't drink Nassau water. Because General Electric back in the 1950s, the very 55 that we were talking about, dumped pollutants up here in the country, and it's gone into the water and gone into the land. What do you do now, Dot? All right, I could try brushing you. You have been sitting on the work I've been trying to do all morning since 5 o'clock. And you had catnip this morning. I guess this is it. She wants to be groomed. She likes to look nice. Well, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. What's irritating you? I'll say again, and I'm very hesitant to say it, but I must say it. You're not going to make it with God. You're not going to make it with happiness until you become vegan. I went to lunch after church with all those people, and they all murdered animals, and they all chewed them. Those sweet, dear animals, just as sweet, and animals you could love as much as you do this cat. They killed them, murdered them, tortured them, took their lives away from them, and then chewed them and ate them and ruined their health. You're not going to make it unless you're vegan. We have a vegetarian club. We're starting it out. I hope to turn the people to vegans. Happiness. Why are you happy? God is running the universe and it's being run perfectly. We praise God and we're happy. Put that one into Thursday. Jeannie. He is peace. He is peace. He has shown us by his gifts that he is peace. Every knee shall bow, every heart shall beat, that our God, he is peace. Okay, any in-calls? I do not think so.
Your password.
My password is 9622. What call is this? Number 38,090.
You have no new messages in your mailbox. To message personal options. To turn message waiting indicator on or off, press 1. To change administrative options, press 2. To record greetings, press 3. For pager notification settings, press 4. Your pager number is not defined. Please call customer care for assistance. Personal options. Your pager number is not defined. Please call customer care for assistance. Personal options. To turn message waiting indicator on or off, press 1. To change administrative options, press 2. Your pager number is not defined. Please call customer care for assistance. Personal options. To turn message waiting indicator on or off, press 1. To office is insured. Every piece is in, but except the clock. And the employees keep a watch on that. At the tone, record your greeting. At the end of your greeting, press pound.
Did the doctor give you a clean bill of health? No, he won't do that until my check clears.
No new messages in your mailbox. To send a message, press 2. To change your personal options, press 4. Personal options. To turn message waiting indicator on or off, press 1. To change administrative options, press 2. To record greetings. Greetings. To change your personal to select a standard greeting with your telephone. Your greeting has been recorded as Hi there everybody, it's Glendora. The company says that every piece at the tone, record your greeting. At the end of your greeting, press pound.
Did the doctor give you a clean bill of health? No, he won't do that until my check clears.
If you are satisfied with your greeting, press pound. Your greeting has been recorded as Did the doctor give you a clean bill of health?
No recent calls. Delete all calls. Patricia Nichols.
Hello, you have reached Pat Czar. Please leave me a message. Thank you. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi, Pat. Just as I was coming out of St. Mary's yesterday, guess who was sitting in the back bench up against the wall on the pulpit side? Mary Alice. That was cute. Would you like to meet after you do your tutoring of the young man? Would you like to meet after that? And I can pay you the $18 for .com yeast and for the birdseed. And then I can give you the $20 for the Sunshine Fund. And I bring to your attention again that Judy Zeller was not at the village board meeting the last couple of 2-3 months, and I haven't seen any lights early in the morning, and she used to get up around 4 or 5 o'clock, and I don't see them. I go out every morning at 5:30 and walk the estate. And let's see what else to tell you. Yes, you fathered Antone's Sunday joke, I tell you that. And yes, Marion and I said to each other yesterday, okay, let's see if we can go across the Dunn Memorial Bridge and see if we can see the sign for Broadway. But we know we can't see it. And so we decided we're trying to save you the trip, but thank you. We do need help. That'll be next Sunday at 1 o'clock, or between 1 and 1:30 at Tom's. We'll meet you. We're not stopping to eat. We'll go. Call waiting. That's Pat. Okay. How do you do that? You just answer it. You hang up. Okay, that's interesting. See if we can do that. Okay. Hi, Pat.
We didn't get your message either because you were not speaking or because of it.
Hang up. Try again. It's a mess. I don't know how to handle that. Hey, Pat, it's 12 degrees.
Yeah, I know. Mary Alice and I are just starting off on our walk. So
Oh, okay.
If we don't get back, it means we froze to death. Listen, can I call you after? I'll call you in about an hour when I get back.
That's good. I wanted to know if you cared to meet after your tutoring.
Let me call you when I get back because I have to see if there's anything else I have to do.
All right, good idea. Tell Mary Alice that I saw her in church yesterday.
Okay, I will.
All right, thank you, Pat. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.
They're going walking in 12 degrees. They live way up on a mountain. Okay, let's go to... We're done the in calls, honey. San Antonio, Jeannie Browning, Monday call. Folks, how are you, dear? How are you, dear? Are you right with God? Can I help you? I met the new tenant. I asked her if I could help her. She looked very nice. She was quite stylish. She had heels, spike heels. Hello, it's Glendora.
Yes, hi. Glendora, they played the second half last night of the Camelot of our friend Mr. Bill Hinckley.
And that's what he wants to do?
Yes, they played the second part of Camelot of Bill Hensley. I'm her daughter Eloise in the kitchen. My mom's on the phone that doesn't work very good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if come down here and get the kitchen phone or...
Yeah, sure. Okay, dear. Well, how are you?
Good, good. We're just waking up, trying to start the day with the coffee.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Mom, do you want to talk to Glendora on the kitchen phone? That's be kind.
Well, thank you, Eloise.
All right.
All right. God be with you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, dear.
Okay, here she comes.
Good.
Hello.
Hi, Jeannie Browning. Hi, Jeannie, dear.
Yesterday they played the second half of Camelot. This is what they've done twice now. They played the beginning of Camelot, and then yesterday they finished it up. So next Sunday it'll be you.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you. Did you go down and see him? And well, oh,
Yeah. I'm surprised. He hasn't put yours on since he does have them. Robert gave them to him. He put it
Well, okay, Jeannie, I don't want to cause you trouble.
Well, it's interesting, the man, Mr. Burns, I don't ever know exactly what he's doing, but this time we know
Yeah.
for sure it'll be you.
It is strange to figure out, Mr. Barnes.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's letting us be on, but I do wish he'd follow with the program. I don't know, I have a huge stack of all the DVDs that he's played over the different Sundays. So anyway, I'm going to really say now, Frank, we've got this deal. That's Glendora's program. Put her on. She's our main focus. So.
Well, he has to do what you tell him to do. You are the local resident.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go say I've got a need for him to put you on, and if he's gonna do it, I'm sure.
Oh sure, oh sure. I think we thank him for all he's done so far.
Right. He's been faithful. So, but anyway, I was surprised when I sat there. I thought, I don't know what he's gonna do, but he put on the second half, so he's now finished it up.
Well, yes, I think that's nice that he played it. Yeah, I think it's nice that he played it. The doctor said to the patient, take one of these pills every day and walk a mile a day, and at the end of the month call me. And at the end of the month the patient called and says, Doc, what do I do now? I'm out of pills and 30 miles from home. I suppose somebody would be dumb enough to do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate your humor, Glendora. That's very, very sweet. I love your joke.
Oh, well, I appreciate the friendship of you all. Kathy's doing fine?
Everybody seems to be doing fine. We just lost a good friend. He was 82. My friend Ed DeWeese. He had a massive stroke.
Oh.
And he's going to be, his funeral's Tuesday. He's going to be buried in our columbarium in our church. So,
he is?
that's where our friend Ed will be. My husband picked him up every Thursday for the men's prayer breakfast.
Oh, how nice.
It's been a long week. He died Sunday at 7:30, but he's had his stroke on Monday, so he's been resting for a week, but not getting any fluids, just having oxygen and all. And so I had gone over there to see him, and his wife Becky was having open house. She said, I'm not having a visitation. People need to come now to say goodbye to Ed and not want to come on.
Well, we thank God for his 82 years.
Yeah, long 82 years.
Yeah,
I'm so proud.
Yeah, we thank him for that. That's a great gift.
I think so.
Yeah. He is God, He is God, every knee shall bow, every tongue confess that our God, He is God.
I love your singing, Glendora. I love the spontaneous singing.
Yeah, well, that's right, that's spontaneous Christian.
That's right, absolutely. Full of life. Full of life.
Thank you so much, again, and again, to the point of being tiresome. I thank you for being such good friends. I love such good friends.
Well, we love you too, Glendora, and your program is a sparkling jewel every Sunday night from 5:30 to 6 here in San Antonio.
Thanks to the Browning family. God be with you, sweet. God be with you. Oh, by the way, I thought I'd give you a weather report. It's 12 degrees up here in Sudbury.
Cold.
It is cold. It is a very cold. It pricks you. It pierces you.
It does.
However, this is the last week of winter. And the snow is really receding.
Oh, good, good. We've got, my daughter's defending her dissertation on the 26th of March.
Oh, good.
And she graduates from Emory May the 12th, and we'll fly to Atlanta to see her.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. Now, who are the professors that she's defending her thesis?
Well, that's for sure the one that's been her main mentor and teacher was Dr. Tom Long there at Emory. Dr. Tom Long, and he's one of our top professors in homiletics. He's famous.
Oh, good.
And under him, his tutelage, there's 2 or 3 others. I think I don't know how many people have to listen to you defend your dissertation, but they've all.
Oh, it's usually 3 or 4.
Yeah, they've all read her dissertation, sent back comments, so she rewrote everything, and so.
Bless her heart.
Special prayer.
She must have said something new. What did she say new? That's why you have a thesis. You say something new. What did she say new?
Well, let me look at it. I've got it here. This was, she sent it to me, and I copied it off. 266 pages.
Wow. Wow.
She, I cannot tell you the exact thesis because it's it's 266 pages. But it does have to do with the ideas that have to do with the people that are white people that preach to the black community. So, I mean, she's got all these different people she's referred to. White racial identity development, a psychological stage model. That's one chapter. Racism in sermons, discourse analysis of the word in use. It's another chapter. It's real interesting. I haven't heard back from her, but she went to New York. There was some conference she participated in this past week that had to do with racism. There was a man named James Cone that's a professor at the Union Theological Seminary in New York that was holding this conference, and he's written a book on black theology. You'll have to wait till I finish reading her doctoral thesis.
Okay. Yeah. It is true, though, that in a thesis they do have to contribute something new, isn't it?
Right, exactly, yes. And so I'll be interested in hearing how it all comes together.
Yeah, yeah. Now, this Emory, is that denominational?
Emory is probably, ecumenical. It's probably more than just Presbyterian. But it's probably Presbyterian. It's Emory Candler School of Theology. I'll have to look it up and tell you. I don't know really. But this is where Tom Long was. Every seminary she applied to, though, Glendora, she was accepted.
Wow.